This fanfiction is only for entertainment purposes, so please don't take it seriously and don't be offended. It's just a story made out of imagination, so it doesn't define any character in real life. I hope you'll enjoy the story and leave positive comments without hating the author and character. I don't own any pictures, but the storylines are completely mine. I will do voiceover so you can mute it if you want. Hope you will like the video. You are scrolling through your phone while playing with a fork in your hand and secretly looking at your parents. Their smiles telling you that something fishy is going to happen. You realize it when they suddenly ask you to get ready as they planned a dinner in a restaurant, and now their smiling faces is making it more clear for you that what they planned. It's been so long that they're asking you for marriage that either if you love someone then bring him for marriage talks or else meet the marriage prospect they choose for you. You were saying yourself from it for weeks now, but today finally you gave in as you know it's all their plan and they won't stop until or unless you meet him, so you act accordingly. A chill ran down your spine as you heard a whisper near your ear while your parents stood up to greet someone. "Long time no see, my chubby." You immediately turned your face and your eyes widened as you saw your childhood bully, Taehyung, standing behind you, his face so close that if he move even a little his lips will touch yours. He was smirking, seeing your totally taken aback face when you abruptly stood up, making him chuckled lightly. You saw your parents greeting his parents as they all laugh, and your heart sank realizing he's the one. He's your marriage prospect. Taehyung, surprise. He murmured while you bite your lower lip in annoyance. He kept staring at you as he wrapped his hand around your waist, only for you to jerk it away while looking at him. "Wyan, don't you dare to touch me, you dumb at SS." You murmured while he smirked, hearing that old nickname again from your mouth. Taehyung, fine, I won't touch you. I'll just make you wish I did. And keep pretending you don't like it. I'll play along, for now. He whispered back as his parents settled down with yours and called you both. So with a forced smile you two sit back, and he too took the chair beside you. "Mrs. Kim, oh, I can't tell you just how much I missed you and how excited I was to meet you, sweetheart." You passed her a soft smile as you hold her hand, like telling her that it's same for you too. While beneath the table you stomped your foot on him, making him choke on air, catching everyone's attention. "Mr. Lee, what happened? Are you all right, son?" Your dad asked worriedly while you picked up a glass and extended it toward him with a small smirk. He replied with small painful smile as you press your heel on his foot. "Taehyung, yeah, I'm fine." "Wyan," said every emotionally damaged person ever. "I mean, you look sick, you must go back home now and rest." He smirked a little and hold your hand with the glass, then bring it near his mouth. "Taehyung, you are right, I was sick, but without you, and now that you are here, I am nothing but obsessed again." You forced smile at this as you both family was looking at you both in awe while he was drinking water, not letting you remove your hand from the glass. Then he even hold your another hand under the table firmly. You can see him smiling behind the glass as you try to free your hand from his grasp, but it was too firm. "Mr. Kim, see, I told you, they will be a perfect match." "Mr. Lee, too late, I told this years ago. Isn't that why we fixed their engagement so long ago?" You stood up immediately in extreme shock and looked at them in complete horror. "When, what?" Taehyung smirked as in the moment of realization you forgot that your finger is intertwined with his, and now everyone can saw that. Mrs. Kim giggled. We used to did that too in our teens." Mrs. Lee, right, teasing each other without anyone else knowing is so much fun. And that's when another realization hit you and you try to explain while glaring at him as he isn't leaving your hand. "Wyan, no. It's not. It's not. You are getting it all double, you are." You were cut off in middle as you heard loud and soft music around you suddenly. Before you could even process what was happening, Taehyung was already on his knees, gently sliding a ring onto your finger. Then kisses on your ring finger with open mouth and wink while doing it. You bite your inner cheek as you clenched your fist, realizing it was all pre-planned and there's nothing for you to say in it. You reached home still in shock, staring at the ring on your finger like it was some kind of cursed jewelry. The moment you stepped inside the house, you turned to your parents, who were happily humming like they just attended a concert, not a life-changing ambush dinner. "Wyan, okay. Somebody better explain. Right now." Your dad removed his shoes calmly, not even looking at you. Dad, we'll talk later, sweetheart. My blood pressure is already too high from excitement. When? Excitement? You mean from trapping your daughter in a surprise engagement with her childhood tormentor? Your mom pretended to suddenly remember something extremely important. Mom, oh, I forgot to water my indoor plants. She rushed toward the balcony, which, by the way, had fake plants. When, shouting, "M.O.M. They're plastic." She didn't turn around, just waved her hand in the air dramatically and said, Mom, that's the spirit, sweetheart. You should start caring about your new life instead of my plants. You stood there, jaw hanging open. When, unbelievable. Your dad was already hiding behind the newspaper like it was his invisibility cloak. When, Dad, you too. Don't act like you didn't know. Dad, without lowering paper, Oh look, weather says it might rain tomorrow. When, oh perfect. Maybe I'll drown myself in it. He slowly peeked over the paper. Dad, don't talk like that. What will Taehyung think? You gasped, hands flying in the air. When, I don't care what Mr. Smirky McAnnoying thinks. Who even gets secretly engaged in a restaurant like that? You people didn't even ask me. Mom, from balcony, you didn't say no either. When, I didn't even have time to breathe. He literally kidnapped my finger with that ring. Your mom came back in, looking suspiciously calm. Mom, oh stop being dramatic. He's a good boy. He even kissed your hand. You looked at her with the most offended expression ever. When, excuse me. That was an attack, not affection. Your dad folded the newspaper finally. Dad, sweetheart, calm down. Look on the bright side, you already know him since childhood. There's comfort in that. When, comfort? Dad, he used to steal my lunch and stick gum in my hair. The only comfort I feel is when he's far, far away from me. Your mom giggled, clearly enjoying your drama more than she should. Mom, that's called chemistry, dear. When, no, Mom. That's called childhood trauma. You stomped to the sofa, sitting with your arms crossed, glaring at the both of them like a betrayed heroine from a TV drama. Your dad whispered to your mom. Dad, she looks like she's about to start her own revenge K-drama. You heard that. When, oh, don't worry. I already have a title, How to Unengage a Devil Named Kim Taehyung. Coming soon. Your mom tried not to laugh, biting her lips. Mom, you'll thank us later. When, yeah, sure. Probably from my hospital bed after I faint from hearing his voice again. You got up dramatically and stormed toward your room. When, good night. Or should I say, good luck, because clearly I'm the only sane person left in this house. Dad, muttering, Taehyung said she was dramatic. He was right. You popped your head out of your room instantly. When, I heard that. Mom, we know, sweetheart. Go dream about your fiancé now. When, screaming, he's not my fiancé. And with that final scream echoing through the house, you slammed your door shut. Then your phone buzzed. A message. Taehyung, sleep tight, fiancé winking face. Don't miss me too much. You stared at the screen in disbelief. Then you threw the cushion at the wall and screamed, who invited this drama into my life? When, I am so sorry. It was I really didn't meant to. You say while wiping his shirt with a tissue in hurry as just a few seconds ago you throw your hot coffee at him in shock. Jimin, it's all right. He say looking away, his cheeks red in embarrassment. When, sorry. And you come out right now. Don't make me come in. You say while looking at the washroom only for Jimin to hold your hand making you stop and say, Jimin, please. Please don't be angry on her. She was about to tell you, sweetheart. But it was just that you caught us before that. Before you could reply, your cabin door slammed open and Taehyung came in smiling with a bouquet in his hand. Taehyung, surprise dash. He stopped in middle as his smile dropped immediately while his eyes stays at your hand which is held by Jimin, then slowly his eyes drifted to his cheek which have kisses marks and the shade was perfectly matching yours. He gave a deadly glare to Jimin and spoke. Taehyung, leave my girl hand. The way he spoke the sends chill around Jimin as well as your spines. But you grabbed the opportunity as you saw this perfect chance to break this forced engagement and all. You immediately hugged Jimin as soon as he left your hand and whisper in his ear. Wyan, just play along and I approved you both. I will even talk to her dad for you. You say, making him gulped, and he made a life and death choice as you pulled away from him before Taehyung can push him away. Wyan, it's good that you caught us yourself, and let me tell you, it's not just him. I have 29 more men like him in my life. Each men for each days. I changed man like you changed clothes. Taehyung, smirk, oh really, chubby? Then how about I stopped wearing clothes? Then no clothes on me, just how no other man in your life. He said, walking toward you while removing his coat, loosening his tie, and pulling out a gun from under his clothes. Then he pointed it straight at Jimin, making both of you gasp in shock as your eyes widened. He cupped your cheek with his other hand with a smirk. Taehyung, then how about I start with him? He says with a chilling smirk while Jimin starts shivering. Wyan, don't you dare. Taehyung, oh, but I will dare if he was really someone who have done the sin to gain something from you that I still didn't have. Then his thumb brushes your lips, making them parted, and his smirk widened. Taehyung, even when the shade perfectly matched yours, the size is different. Your lip size isn't what's on his cheeks and neck. It was someone else with whom he was having his moments, isn't he? You bit his thumb between your teeth in anger only for him to groan more. Wyan, well, that's a pretty good excuse to fool your heart. Taehyung, smirk, excuse? Nah, I never gives excuses, chubby. And you kept forgetting that I know everything about you, and when I say everything I meant everything. He say, looking at you from up to down. Taehyung, your lip size, your waist size, your hip size, your boo. You slapped him before he could even complete his sentence. The slap wasn't hard, but wasn't light either. Jimin was looking down in the meanwhile, not wanting to interfere until you really needed him. Your cheeks turned red in embarrassment as he looked at you again, this time with a soft smile. He gently kissed your head and say, Taehyung, see, you got hurt too by my words and slapped me. Now how do you expect me to stay calm when my girl claim another man is his? Huh? You know I hated it. You didn't say anything, just signaled Jimin to bring her out, so he go near washroom, knocked the door and called Leah, who immediately comes out. She's your secretary and your best friend. When you enter office today, you saw them making out, so you in shock throw your coffee at Jimin in shock while Leah ran in washroom to hide from you as she didn't tell you about her relationship. Taehyung smiled seeing Leah, then looked at you. Taehyung, see, I was right. He say this and immediately picked you up in his arms and didn't let you down no matter how much you struggle or punches him. When, what are you doing? Taehyung, taking my forced fiance on a forced movie date. He say and left with you while you kept struggling. Jimin and Leah kept standing there not knowing what should they do. The entire theater was empty because he had bought every single ticket just to make sure it was only the two of you inside. And to make it even worse, you were sitting on his lap, not by choice, but because he didn't let you sit anywhere else. He had pulled you onto him, ignoring your protests, his grip firm and possessive. You tried to focus on the movie instead, your eyes glued to the screen even though it was a romantic, or rather, arousing one. Still, it felt safer than looking at him. His one arm was tightly wrapped around your waist, holding you in place, while his other hand lazily played with your hair, twisting a few strands between his fingers as he whispered something near your ear that made your heart skip for all the wrong reasons. The whole movie went like this, and you were just wanting it to end as you are already feeling something inside you while he was sitting there calmly. As soon as the movie ended, you looked at him to ask for leaving you. But as soon as you looked at him, his straight face turned blushing while you felt something poking you beneath you, making your breath hitched. You don't want to accept, but you already know that how he's imagining you in all those poles as he's blushing while looking at you. You immediately jerked his hand, stood up and left while he wasn't even in the state of standing up as he hides his face in his palm. After coming out of the washroom, you glanced at your phone again, his name flashing on the screen. It was his 169th call. And, just like the previous 168, you ignored this one too. It had been 36 hours since you last spoke to him. To avoid him, you hadn't even gone home. Instead, you'd been staying in a hotel, away from everything, away from him. A sudden knock on the door made you look up. You sighed, thinking it must be your dinner. Opening the door, You found a woman standing there with a tray of food. You quietly stepped aside to let her in. But before you could even process anything, she sprayed something on your face. Your vision blurred instantly, your head spinning as everything started fading into darkness. And just before you collapsed, a strong, familiar pair of arms caught you. You could barely recognize his scent before everything went black. The last thing you felt was a gentle kiss on your forehead. You slowly opened your eyes only to find yourself in an unfamiliar room. It wasn't hard for you to guess what happened and who did this. Just then the washroom door opened and Taehyung came out, water dripping from his hair while only a towel around his waist covered him. He looked at you sitting up and smiled. Taehyung, finally you woke up, chubby. You picked a pillow and threw at him only for him to dodge it easily and chuckled. Taehyung, still bad at aiming, I see. Wyan, shut up, you dumb at us. How could you do this with me? Taehyung, I should ask that, sweetheart. How could you do that to me? Huh? He said, coming closer, attracting your attention more on his abs and his tattoos. And how that water droplet falling from his hair to his neck, making its way down to his chest, and then end under his towel, making you gulp, while he smirked, seeing you finally looking at him just like he wants. He grabbed your chin lightly, making you look at him. Then he wrapped his hand around your waist and command. Taehyung, wrapped your leg around me. He says, and you do just as if you were hypnotized. He smirked as he picked you up, then pinned your back to the wall in that position. Taehyung, now this is the position in which we can talk all day, all night. Right, darling? He says as forward his hips once, making you arch your back while your grip on his shoulder tightened, feeling it. Taehyung, now tell me, why you don't want this marriage? You looked at him finally and spoke while cupping his face, realizing that how much you missed him and this side of him. Wyan, because I hate you. Taehyung, and why that? He asked, leaning onto your hand while looking at you with longing. Wyan, I was just 5 when throw that cricket ball at me. Do you even remember how it left me bleeding? Taehyung, of course I does, after all you hit me with that iron rod on my head just so that I won't forget how it hurts and how it bleeds. He says, making you bite your inner cheek. Wyan, you stick chingum in my hairs. Taehyung, and you shave me bald. Then it kept going on. You kept reminding him what he does, and he kept reminding you how brutally you took your revenge all that time. Wyan, we were so toxic. Taehyung chuckled, no, we were just child. And then silence spread as you both kept looking in each other's eyes. Taehyung still waiting for that one question which in truth bring this much distance between you both. That one day, that one situation, and that one heartbreak which ruined everything between you both. You nails digged at his chest as you bite your inner cheek, looking at him with teary eyes, and he knew that finally that question came. Wyan, how could you do this with us? How could you? It was just few nights after everything solved between us. When we finally came close, we finally accepted our feelings and you. You left breaking us. Not even an explanation. I just found that my few days boyfriend dumped me and left for another country for forever. You says as tears fell down your eyes. It was your college time when this all happened. He gently wiped your tears and replied. Taehyung, you would knew the reason if you just picked up my calls or just read my messages, but you just blocked me from everywhere. Even from your life. If I left you, then you did too when I needed you the most. Do you know how I was dying to even heard your voice once all this time? Do you know how crazy it was for me to handle the news that my dad had a brain tumor and the only one with whom I wanted to cry start hating me so much that she didn't even want to see my face? It was so tough. So tough for me too. He says as tears fall down his eyes while your eyes widened and heart sank, realizing what he just say, and before you could even ask something he snuggled his face in the crook of your neck and start crying hardly. Taehyung, it was so hard. So tough, but I never cry. I couldn't because I have to take care of mom too. We almost think that we will lost him. It wasn't less than a miracle that we didn't. But I couldn't cry. I wanted to too, but no one was there on whom shoulder I could cry. I had no one. If dad won't recover, then how will I live without him too? You just wrapped your hand around him, not knowing how to reply, so you let him cry as much as he can, as much as he wanted to. Taehyung, I was so scared. So out of money that I even started doing illegal things. I just wanted money. I could never told dad that how I arranged that money. Even now I am so ashamed of it. He would hate me if he ever found out what I did just for some few pennies. I ruined his name. I destroyed it. He says only for your grip to tighten more around him, as you know how much he hated those criminals and all, but today he himself is feeling like a criminal. You could only imagine that how painful it was for him for all these years to keep this secret with himself and suffer alone. Even though he's now a well-settled CEO, count in one of the most richest man, but there was a dark time too for him, so finally you spoke. The words he wanted to hear, those soothing words that you are with him, that he didn't do anything wrong, that he just did whatever he could to save his dad. You comforted him for a long time, forgetting everything else. You were laying on his chest after everything sold out, looking at him as he was peacefully sleeping, making you smile a little. Only you know that how sorry you are to not picking up his calls and blocking him. Now that everything's solved, you can't wait but start a happy new life with him with no regret, as you resolute that this time, no matter what happened, you will never keep him out of your life. Thinking this, you kissed on his chest, only for him to wrap his hand around you and open his eyes with a smirk. Taehyung, go a little down. Something there need your attention too, darling. He say, making you chuckled as he's again to his old self, even while his eyes swollen, nose red, and him sniffing. Wyan, let's not start now. We both have works to do. Taehyung, nope, you are trapped with me in this penthouse of mine for as long as I want. There's no way I am letting you go this easily. You deserve punishment for ignoring me for so long. Wyan, smirk, then punish me, daddy. You say, sitting up on his lower part, making him groan as he hold your waist and pulled you closer to himself. Taehyung, with pleasure, daddy's girl. And then, the end.